guys, Shane here, Oz Flight Simmer. Welcome to another Flight Sim video. Today we are in LaGuardia in New York. We're right in front of our TFDi 717 for Delta Airlines at stand C3. We're going to be taking off and looking at some views of the city as we fly all the way down to Atlanta, and should be a lot of fun. So we're pretty much ready for pushback, and so please enjoy the flight. Welcome aboard, everybody. Hopefully you are having a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, or perhaps it's even the weekend by the time you watch this video, so hopefully you're doing well. So we're just turning on all the fuel pumps and ISO valve and starting engine 1. We'll go through the engine startup sequence here, and you can hear the engine start up a little bit, but looking forward to this flight. So we're at LaGuardia, and we're flying down to Atlanta. I actually saw Matt Davies actually do this on a stream, I think just Christmas 2016, so when he was, I think it was his first flight video of the TFDi, and I thought that's a pretty cool route to take. So we're sort of doing the same one, or we're flying from the same airport, so I thought it was pretty cool. I liked the video, so I thought, oh, we'll do the flight. So engine 1 is starting to spool up now. And now starting engine 2. That's probably the only thing. It could be a reflection of true to life sounds, but it's a bit hard to hear the engines roar. Different than the PMD G737, but I also just wanted to give a quick shout out to everybody that watched my last 717 video. Obviously this is the second flight, but that was the first flight I did. I've got a basic grasp with the aircraft now, but thank you everybody for your feedback and tips and hints on the aircraft and the flight. It's very much appreciated. I'm sure some of you guys will see some things on this flight as well, but I think I've got a basic grasp of it for only spending, you know, maybe 3 or 4 hours actually flying so the aircraft literally. So we'll get better as we go. You'll see some more videos of this, but yeah, it's been really fun so far. So engine number 2 is ready. We're just going to turn the packs on, and then we'll get it configured for taxi, and we'll get on our merry way, so to speak. So aircraft is configured. We're going to apply some thrust shortly, and we'll begin our taxi. I will apologise for my taxi in advance. I'm still getting to grips with the 717, but this is my first time down at LaGuardia, using Imaginesim for LaGuardia, and in Atlanta we're actually using Imaginesim. So first time using their product, and I'd actually say I'm quite impressed. And we're doing this flight in V4 today, which makes it a lot better. So we've got Imaginesim powering both ends, so which is really cool. But frames and everything coming out of LaGuardia is actually quite good. Just taking a left view of the wing, obviously with V4, got all my special effects on so you can see the smokestacks in the background. But that's my favourite part of LaGuardia, is the Welcome to New York sign, which is really cool. So we'll be taxiing down and taking off runway 13 Got about 5 knots of headwind as we take off, but really not expecting any issues whatsoever. The really cool thing with Imaginesim, they model the inside of the airport, so it was quite cool to get some shots of that. But you know, it's becoming the sort of the known thing these days. But I imagine if you're not doing videos, I don't know how much you would actually get out of having the inside of the airports actually modelled. But anyways. A really cool, interesting fact is one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this flight. It's actually, I've flown into Atlanta once before on a trip over to the US, probably about 4, maybe 5 years ago max. So that was really cool. So I'm looking forward to actually flying into there. Always wanted to go to New York, but I guess that'll be on the next trip. Sort of missed out on the last one, but yeah, looking forward to flying into Atlanta. So we're just coming up now. We'll hold short basically. I'm going to get everything configured, and then we're going to get rolling out to the runway. And we're going to be doing pretty much a rolling takeoff. We won't hold on the runway whatsoever. So so hopefully make it interesting. Okay, just got to arm the speed brakes and drop the flaps. I'll turn the lights off and we'll knock off the brakes, and then we will get ready to go down runway 13. So I'm going to leave you guys there. Please enjoy the departure, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. So I'll talk to you soon. Gears are up and just retracting the flaps. We're just looping around LaGuardia, and hopefully we'll get a view of New York as we straighten up and head down to Atlanta. But yeah, everything runs pretty smooth then, so it's not a bad takeoff for the second one. But I'm just going to hand fly it for a little bit until we put it on to autopilot. And there she is, the most famous city in the world, in my opinion. So what I might do is I might just jump out, do an outside view, and we'll showcase New York. It's been a long time since I've actually seen it in the sim, so we'll do that, and I'll come back to you shortly. Awesome views. Just since I've jumped back in from that view, having issues with the yoke, it's having a bit of a problem, but we're just turning the landing lights off because we hit 10,000 for altitude and climbing, so everything is going well. So I just wanted to actually, something I've been thinking about for a couple of weeks now, and I think I hinted back in I think it was the HS748 video that I did when I was flying in New Zealand, that I'm actually seriously considering moving the streaming part of my YouTube channel over to Twitch. So I wanted to see what you guys actually feel about that, and please leave a comment. But the reason why I'm thinking it is because, you know, streaming, you know, that the main part of the flight sim community where they go and watch people stream is over in Twitch. So and what it doesn't mean I wouldn't stop doing videos on YouTube. I'd still keep doing what I call is my higher quality videos on the weekend, such as this. And also what I would have is I would have more videos on during the week, because I would record on Twitch or stream on Twitch and record the landings and upload them in YouTube as well, so you guys would get more, basically more content from me. So, and I really enjoyed the there's the yoke, and I really enjoy the interactive part of the live streams that I do on YouTube. But yeah, it's just something I want to give a try. But I'd still definitely do, you know, the top 5 stuff, test drive. You would probably see Air Hauler 2 stuff more over in the Twitch, because I want to do those episodes live, but don't really do them on YouTube. But Dangerous Landings, I would still do those videos. It'd be really cool to do some live ones and special requests and that. So those sorts of things like that, which I think would be really cool for Twitch. So please leave a comment and let me know what you think. And if you want, you can go over. I actually do have a channel set up over Twitch. Oh, actually, it's not set up, it's there, but you can go over and follow it. And I'm actually planning on getting it this weekend, getting bits and pieces sorted out, but it's just Oz Flight Simmer one word there, so you can go and follow. I think there's a couple of people who already followed anyway, but yeah, so that's something that I'm thinking about. The yoke is actually driving me insane, but yeah. So just turning off the APU, probably should have done it a little while ago, but everything's going smoothly. Seatbelt signs are off. Weather expected on the trip is pretty good, but we do have some cloud cover as we're flying into Atlanta, so the approach in should be quite interesting. But we'll jump into montage and then we'll come back into the approach to Atlanta. So well, I'll see you then. So we're just making our last turn into Atlanta. We'll come into our final approach, and as to Actve Sky said, we have come up on some cloud cover that we need to get through, so can't see the airport at this stage. We're not too far out, but does it look absolutely sensational. So using Actve Sky and cloud art with HD textures, but looking very important. And just starting to get the Swiftering, or the Swiftering effect is what I actually call it. That's my favourite part, one of my favourite features, actually the favourite feature of Actve Sky, but one of my favourite things in the flight sim. I think it's really, really cool.
Altitude.
So just dropping out of the clouds there, and a little bit more cloud on the right hand side, but I think I can just see the runway in sight there, and probably textures, actually sorry, frames have dropped down a little bit. I think the textures by looks of it are still loading in for the airport. Need to slow this 717 down quite quickly. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling we're going to have a massive drop in frames coming into this airport. But we'll start taking control of the aircraft shortly.
Stabilizer motion.
So we're going to go sterile in the cockpit for the landing, so please enjoy the sounds, and I'll talk to you soon.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Autopilot. Altitude. 1,000. $500. $400. $300. Minimums. $100. $50. $40. $30. $20. $10. $5.
Well, that was a pretty interesting approach for a straightforward approach. I basically had a flinch when I saw those trees on the approach, and I started pulling up, and I ended up coming high and started to float. But anyways, other than that, it was pretty uneventful. I'm not even going to make that exit off the runway, so we'll have to continue on. Looks like I'm fishtailing down, but we'll have a look at the replay shortly. But hopefully you enjoyed the flight all the way from LaGuardia down to Atlanta. But like I said, I've actually been to this airport in real life, so it's pretty cool to actually see it in the sim. Don't know why it's taken me so long, but we'll turn off here, guys, and we'll have a look at the replay, and then definitely finished or landing long on that one, so that definitely should have been at a board. But other than that, thank you very much for watching and coming along on the flight today. Really hope you enjoyed it. Please give a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new to the channel, welcome to go and take a look at the other videos, and please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. You can also check what I'm up to during the week on Facebook, and keep an eye out for Ozflight Simmer on Twitch coming soon, but really would appreciate your feedback. So thank you very much. I need to find a gate, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers, have a good day.